Hold on. Oh, the sweet taste of victory. For once I can drink for celebratory reasons, because West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Not many times am I ever going to say that, so let's just savour the moment. I think that was well deserved. I really do think that was really well deserved. That I can't believe we're going to say this, and I'm sure Gio will have some opinions on this, but Moyes actually got it right. He actually got that one right, I think, in terms of his whole recent mantra of it's all about subs, it's all about subs. Yes, it is, Moisey. If you watched the other West Ham Hammers chat video the other day. It is all about subs, so why aren't you using them? Game against Tottenham, why aren't you using them? Finally, tactical substitutions. I think that was very well played from the start. Ogbonna was solid the whole way through. I think it was a relief to have him back. I felt a lot more confident when Chelsea were crossing it in. Rice was superb, obviously, but nothing new about that. That's why the Chelsea want him. Not surprising, but yeah, that was a much. I felt a lot more confident having Ogbonna back in that back four. Bringing Yarmolenko on, game changer, absolute game changer. I love Bowen, and I was a massive advocate of getting. But I remember on transfer window, on deadline day, I was actually out, and I was just constantly staring at my phone, going, "Did we get Bowen? Did we get Bowen?" Because I used to like watching him at Hull. I got a friend of mine who is a Hull City supporter, and he's been raving about him for quite a while. So when they mentioned about pursuing Bowen, I was, yes, please. So I think he played fantastic again. Really put in a shift. He's always covering the back defensively as well. Picking up where Fredericks wasn't when he was out of position from making runs that were never coming through. He was out of position a lot, and Bowen was always there, making the run back, tracking back, doing the opposite of an Anderson. We'll call it an anti-Anderson. There you go. So he put in a shift, but I do think it did run its course. We reached 2-0. It did run its course where there's no more creativity going there. We've only just Antonio at the front. You can only hold it up so much. And Moyes, I think, finally recognised that, and having Yarmolenko fit again has been excellent choice, excellent timing of substitution for that one. I've got no thoughts about whatsoever. It added another spark of creativity, hold up play on the left rather than just charging in trying to make a through ball into Fornals or Lanzini. And I think, yeah, it changed the game for those last 20 minutes. I think he was on for something like that. I think it was a much needed substitution, and the perfect substitution as well. No more sitting back defensively. But when we did get that third goal, and I saw it come up on the thing, as Balbuena's coming on, I just sat there and thought, that's the kind of thing you do in cup finals. You go one goal up with, not long left to go in the game. You just chuck a defender on. You do something kind of drastic. You've conceded almost the game. You just want it over. So you just do everything in your power, possibly tactically, from a managerial point. And he finally did it. He finally saw the game for what it was and went, now's the time. We didn't sit back at 2-0 and go, a point will do. No, he believed there was more in that. And for the first time, post-lockdown, but in recent times of watching West Ham, I finally thought, I think he actually had a game plan there. He wasn't so set on his usual Moisey ways of sitting back defensively, working from the back, hoping for that counter-attack. Yes, a lot of our chances did happen from the counter-attack, but they happened because we were more aggressive doing those counter-attacks. And we had the technical ability on the pitch to do that and to carry that through. There was a game plan for the first time. It felt like there was actually a game plan. We weren't just swinging and hitting a miss, rolling the dice every single time. We got up on goal. There was creativity there. And when it did go stale, he was back in it. He was making a substitution to find a new way around Chelsea's defence, who were very questionable, especially with Alonso. And Yarmolenko picked up on that straight away. If you're watching the goal replay, Yarmolenko's on him straight away, going, I have an opportunity here. That's it. Like, the moment this comes in, I am gone. If we get the possession back in the fight now in our third, I'm going. That's it. I'm making that run. I'm going to make that run, whether we get it or not. whether it comes to me or not, I'm making that run because he is not tracked back whatsoever. And Yarmolenko is smart enough watching the game from the bench to realise that. And I think, I'm hoping Moyes took that into consideration as well, putting him out on the right, knowing he's going to do what he wants, put it on his left foot. Rudiger had no idea, absolutely no idea. Watching Yarmolenko run down that right wing, watching him in open yards and yards of space, thinking he's going to do it, he's going to cut back. What did he do? Cut back, boom, back of the net. Kappa, no chance. And that is exactly what... the predictability was quite nice of knowing what player is going to do what. And that was quite reassuring. And again, tactical substitutions at the right time. And I think that's what helped us get the 3-2 win. Again, cheers to that, 3-2. If someone's going to say it, 3-2, I'm just going to drink. Why not? Might as well savour the moment of being 3 points clear of the bottom. It is typical West Ham though, isn't it? Typical West Ham, we'll concede points to teams in games where we get unlucky, and yes, we do get unlucky. We have done a lot recently, especially with VAR decisions. But I think we're, I think we might be okay. If we can continue like this, it is typical West Ham to concede points, but then show up to Chelsea, who are really informed. Let's not forget, this is a Chelsea team who have been really informed. We kept them at bay. Even things like Pulisic, whatever they call it. They seem to change it on commentary. Pulisic, man marking him. I noticed that after half time, Souček was man marking him pretty much the whole time, and him and Rice working as a little team in that centre midfield role. To block him off and just to stop that creativity of getting out to Willian and getting the balls into Giroud and whatnot when they made that substitution. Because that was, again, when they brought Giroud on, I thought, oh no, now they're just going to want to loft it in. But we closed on that. We closed on that window of that avenue that Chelsea had exploited in our weakness. They had exploited it and we closed that down. And, from a tactical standpoint, those were changes morphing throughout the game. We didn't just have a game plan and we stuck to it. It changed, it adapted to the game, and that's what we wanted. That's what we've needed, that's what we've all cried for. None of this stale, it'll work, winning's what I do. Well, is it? We're 2-0 down, boys. Can you do something about it, please? No, he actually did something about it. And I think every single player on that pitch tonight thoroughly deserved that win. Antonio, stand out, as you'd expect. I think leaving out Noble was bizarrely the right choice, because it's time for other players to step up to the plate. It's finally time, and giving Rice the captain's armband, I think he commanded that defensive midfield role very, very well. Getting everyone in shape. He was reminiscent of the old Noble as well, which was good, which was really, really nice to see. Very, 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 very chuffed with that victory. I think we all needed a boost. And do you know what I felt? Above all else, I felt happy that we'd won. I was ecstatic. I actually hurt my hand a little bit from smacking the table and clapping to myself and my lonesome watching that. But more above anything else, I'm happier. I'm just pleased for the players. Watching them walk off the pitch, just thinking they needed that. They have deserved it, particularly a select 4 or 5, but they have thoroughly deserved that. And in a London derby, getting the double over Chelsea at a 3-2 and scoring goals from open play as well. Let's not forget we actually scored 2 of our goals from open play. And as well, worth noting, we also only conceded from set plays. And I think that's quite an important factor. We weren't exposed in any direct way. And when we closed in on it. We fixed the problem, whether it's the tactical drinks break or the half time or the substitutions. We closed in. The players were more self-aware of the position, and they all took the game really seriously. And that was really nice to see. And it showed the payoff in their faces. The how much it meant to all of them. They all looked above, on cloud 9. And I think it's all well and good us watching it as fans, thinking, oh yes, we're finally 3 points clear, we're not going down, and yes, that's amazing. But for the players as well, I'm really, really happy for them. They thoroughly deserve that. So yeah, come on you Lions.